Get tickets now for the best game packages of the year. New specials are now available at the nearest ticket booth. We love you, boys. The first 10,000 fans in attendance will get their very own Toronto Raptors Rose Bag.
And folks, we hope you'll join us for our next every season giveaway. Up next, magnetic schedules. Keep track of all Raptors games right on the refrigerator door.
We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word Raptors along with your issue and seat location to 55555.
God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Nice to hear the Canadian National Anthem performed by Skylar Cole. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome to Thursday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Glad to have you along. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Unfortunately, we've seen his ability as a rebounder take a back seat these past few seasons. And I'd like to see him refocus on that element of his game. You can never have enough rebounds, in my opinion.
Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. They've got James, Bouknight out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Roberts, and at the small forward. Now, here is James. Playing Orlando, he was nearly unstoppable. All right, let's throw it over to Allie, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, B.A. I spoke with MP about his star-studded contest coming up, and he looked across the court and said, "We'd love a challenge. We've been watching tape, and we think we have a solution for the problem over there." I can't wait to find out how these two juggernauts affect today's outcome.
Yeah, buckle up, folks. This is going to be a good one. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Barnes. Last game for him, he picked up 13.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's James. 4-point game. Three-pointer. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Gibson. This one for 3. Parries it from 3. Gibson's got his third bucket of the night.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Finally, a make for this team. Hopefully it gives them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
For 3. Bouknight with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
James, no good with a layup.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Here's Barnes. It's rebounded by New York. And only a handful of teams in the history of the NBA have done what these guys are doing right now. 20 wins in a row.
Almost mind-boggling that you could string together.
And good! There's another!
And that's a big bucket. I mean, he's coming up on 3rd place all time on the NBA career scoring list.
With every point, the countdown continues.
Yeah, nearing the mailman, Karl Malone, a paragon of production and consistency.
Oh, a nice shot by Gibson. Gibson's got 9 points.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And man, does Giannis work hard on the glass. Being rewarded for his efforts right there. Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. James outside. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Shot's good by Roberts.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Ingram. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got 3 assists tonight.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
And there's James from the arc. Again, the miss by James.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Knicks trail by 5. Something this Raptors team does very well is move the ball doors.
Yeah, B.A., this is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing when a team has everybody touch it, how good it feels.
To the inside. Here's Gibson. Wallace outside. Pass to Ingram. Inside. Here's Gibson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 13.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
And he makes it.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Wallace outside. To the middle. Gibson, no good. The Knicks have got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. James outside. Double team on James. Shot clock at 5. Oh, it's stolen. Wallace with it. Picked up by James. Wallace, the pass to Ingram. Three-pointer, no good. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 2. Last time they met was in New York.
And in the last meeting, they definitely had the upper hand at the charity stripe.
The Raptors have got 7 of 15 to find the net. Wallace outside. Pass to Gibson. Launches a 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
And there's James from the arc. They get it back. The 3. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. James has got 13.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Outside Barnes. They set the screen. And here's Ingram outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And talk about payback. He hits the revenge triple.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
James outside. Outside Brunson. Fires the 3. And there's James on the assist from Brunson. He's got 16.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
The 3 is up. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
The shot by James, no good. Raptors trail by 3. Drives to the hoop, and he converts the layup.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Fires from deep. Again, the miss by James.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge. Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
And here's New York now. They trail by 1. Launches it. Knocks down the triple. James has got 19 points.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer. And when I brought up Giannis Antetokounmpo, coach was full of admiration, saying it's always going to be difficult when you're playing Giannis. Not only is he one of the best players this league has, but he's also a fierce competitor. Guys, it sounds like he knows what he's up against.
Thanks for that, Allie.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Timeout called, the Knicks. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the Raptors. They pulled themselves up to the second place. Both teams changing it up here. And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Pass to James. On the take, and it's James with the jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Davis out there with Williams. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Wallace in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Williams finds Davis. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
The previous play is under review.
Area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. 2
on the clock. He shoots it. Williams misses. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 4-point Knick lead.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. And again, no good by Toronto.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Outside for Irving. It's stolen by Ingram. Here comes Toronto on the push. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
A long wing. Ingram has the ability to score down low, not just knocking down perimeter shots.
Back to James. Shoots over Davis. And there's James on the assist by Brunson. James has got 25 points in the game. Raptors trail by 4. Now Wallace. No points so far. Here's Ingram. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive. Here's James. Pass to Palmer. Now here is James. Goes back up. Here's Brunson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brunson.
Part of passing the rock. Calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
Gibson's checked in for Williams. And a switch here also for New York. Booknight, he's checked in for Irving. Outside Ingram. Here's Davis. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
And the more Davis has added muscle during his career, it really has helped him on the offensive end. It forces defenses to foul him.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
New York has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Here's James. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Knicks.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce. And, boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
And that one misses. The Raptors have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Rebound Toronto. Gibson's got 8 rebounds in the game. Wallace up top. Brunson defending. Gibson. Pass to James. Here's Towns. Checked by Davis. And there's James from the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. James has got 30 points.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Davis, the pass to Ingram. Shoots over Booknight. Here's Gibson. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Knicks leading by 5. Now, here is James. 30 points in the game. Rebound, Toronto. Gibson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Wallace, the pass to Ingram. Wallace outside. Outside Ingram. Shoots over Booknight. The shot by Ingram, no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Pass to Brunson. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Wallace, the pass to Davis. Back to Wallace. Down low. Here's Gibson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Gibson's got 17 points.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it. Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Double team on Ingram. Pass to Davis. James with the rebound. James has got a 6th rebound on the night. He takes it in, and he banks in the layup. And it's a 9-point New York lead.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. New York making a switch here. A chance here to see the Eastern Conference standings. Guys, we've certainly seen some interesting midseason storylines. You take a look at the Knicks. They've been enjoying a truly spectacular run this season, sitting on top of the mountain in the first place spot. And of course, there's the Raptors, far behind in the standings.
Well, right now for Toronto, there is a lot of talent on this team, and they've delivered. They're having a great season, and it's only left their fans wanting more.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
And slam dunk by James.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Raptors trail by 9. Pass to Gibson. The three is up. No good.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Z in their last game against the Magic was tremendous. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Wallace outside. Pass to Gibson. There's the drive, and he goes in for the dunk.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Bennett. Here's Gibson. James with the ball. Give him 39. The three ball. Here's Roberts. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Roberts has got 6 points.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Wallace outside. Jacks up a three. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
James outside. From outside the arc. And it's Toronto with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Bennett. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, trade talks always ramp up this time of year. But if you're a player in those rumors, that can really take a mental toll.
Oh, B.A., absolutely. Especially the first time it happens. You have to try and remind yourself that it's a business. But sometimes that doesn't make it any easier.
Scotty Barnes checked in for Davis. And a switch here also for New York. Hart's checked in. And there's 1:45 left in the first half. The three, James. They get it back. Outside Hart. Pass to James. The three. On target from range. James has got 42 in the game.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
They get it again. It's good on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Knicks leading by 11. With the drive. Right through the D for the layup. James has got 44.
Well, a good first quarter leads to a dynamite second period.
Pass to Gibson. Floats one. James with the block. 52 seconds left in the second period. Beyond the arc. Bennett with a rebound. Toronto has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Here's Gibson. Boy, he overdid it there. Too much force on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant one.
You know, it's just hard to watch a player put the well-being of an opponent at risk. He rightfully earned that flagrant.
Yeah, the officials are all over that one, sending a clear message that that kind of roughness is unacceptable. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
And he can't hit the second. Ingram's checked in for Toronto.
Records. Number 32, Brandon Ingram.
There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Gibson. From 13, Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Bouknight. For three, James knocks it down from distance. James has got 47 points.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Wallace outside. Pass to Barnes. And here's Ingram. Now here's Gibson. Check by James. Oh, a nice shot by Gibson. Gibson's got 26. And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Knicks. They lead by 13. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And welcome to halftime. With the All-Star festivities around the corner, here are the favorites to take part in the dunk contest.
Watch these guys from now into the contest. I bet they throw down crazy in-game dunks that you've never seen before.
I feel like they've never chose you because they like their backboards so much.
That would be correct.
And switching gears now to that first half. Big hill to climb for the Raptors.
They've been shot out of the gym. Even when they do extend their defense, it doesn't matter. I don't know what the remedy is.
I got 3 words for you. Elbow sandwich.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And here's Brunson on the court right now for the Knicks. They've got Jalen Brunson. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with James. Then it's Bouknight, and it's Roberts in at the 3. Here's James. The rebound by Gibson.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
To the paint. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. And he's got 28 now.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there. This guy has been unstoppable. It has not mattered at all what the defense throws at him. He's had an answer.
Wallace outside. And a miss there on the triple. And James has got the ball here for New York. Next up, they'll face the Timberwolves in Minnesota. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Here's Ingram, and the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
Nice touch from the mid-range. Ingram looking confident, rising up and shooting from there.
James goes in. Count the basket. James has got 51.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Doris, how about the evolution of Jalen Brunson's career? from role player to star player.
Yeah, B.A., he begins his career as a backup point guard to the great Luka Doncic. But when given an opportunity to thrive without Luka in the playoffs, he did just that. Then he gets his own team and takes his game to an MVP level. Incredible evolution. In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Rejected by James.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Here's Wallace. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis puts his touch on every aspect of the game. Big reach on display that time.
The three, James. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Gibson's. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. New York leading by 11. Pass to James. Puts up a three. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Now Gibson. Outside Ingram. Over James. And again, Toronto, no good. New York has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Pass to Roberts. Now Brunson. Watched by Wallace. And again, New York with the triple.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from three is a beautiful thing.
Wallace outside. Here's Gibson. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
But he is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one. New York shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
First team foul. Shooting for New York. James.
Raptors trail by 18. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. Ingram's got his 5th assist in this one. Oh, swiped away. Wallace outside. Pass to Barnes. There's the triple. Roberts with a rebound. Roberts has got 5 rebounds in the game.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
The offensive rebound. And he comes up with a bucket. Antetokounmpo's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Now Ingram. He's got 18. To the middle. Back to Gibson. And it's New York with a rebound. Bouknight's got 4 rebounds now. Knicks leading by 18. For 3, James. Hits yet again. Wow! 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Outside Barnes. Back to Ingram. Fires the 3. He drops it from range. Ingram's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
All right, now we have a moment. Here are the most efficient teams from range over the past month. Number 1, the Knicks. In third, the Raptors.
And I love the way both teams are shooting the 3 ball. They're shooting it with conviction, and it shows up in the numbers.
Shot's good by James.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Now here's Wallace. Brunson defending. the shot counts. He's fouled, and coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt.
The previous play is under review.
At least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Big time.
New York leading by 17. The three, James. Good! Another from three. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
The BA, he's on fire.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offensive transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. Brunson passes to James. Lets the three fly. Pass to Bouknight. The kick out to Brunson. Let's go with a three. Here's Antetokounmpo. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Inside. Here's Gibson. James with the block. From deep. Rebound Toronto. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Gibson, no good. And so James will bring it up for New York. Three-pointer. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And so here is Toronto. Here's Gibson, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
And there's James from the arc, and again for three.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely looking to shoot as much as possible. Outside Ingram. Takes the three. Here's Gibson. Lays it up and banks it in. Gibson's got 40 points.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
From downtown, another bucket. Wow. 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
Takes a three. James with the rebound. James has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Antetokounmpo can't connect.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Connects from downtown. Barnes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Quick release from Scotty Barnes. My goodness, pre-shot preparation was on point.
A shot by James, no good. Raptors trail by 21. Here's Wallace. Second chance shot. The putback. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there. Couldn't get it to go. James outside. Fires for three. Offensive rebound. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession. Yeah, if you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Wallace outside. Back to Gibson. Pass to Davis. Out left to the wing. Roddy, the pass to Bennett. 6 to shoot. Wallace outside. Pulls it. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. The Knicks have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. We've got Davis, and it's Bennett in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And there's James from the arc. New York, again, can't hit. Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Wallace, right side. To the inside. Gibson. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, the complete package is AD. Had the defense's attention and found the open man.
Here's James. From behind the arc. Wallace pulls it in. The Raptors have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Gibson, no good. New York has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And there's James from the arc. Hits the three-pointer.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Down low. Here's Roddy. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Outside for Irving. The 3, James. Sinks the tray. James has got 6 here in the quarter.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Here's Wallace. Inside. Here's Roddy. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Double team on James. To the middle. Here's Hart. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Davis with a screen on Irving. Wallace, right side. And the foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. And several years ago, the NBA introduced the Supermax. How do you think it's worked out, Doris?
Yeah, I think every decision, Brian, that the league makes is trying to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for a championship. This particular implementation has made it easier for small market teams to retain their stars. And think about it. Even if someone signs it and then gets traded, at least those teams get an opportunity to get big draft capital. That's huge.
Now, here is James. He's covered closely. Norris passes to James. Three-pointer off the mark. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from downtown? Ingram's got 26.
Yeah, Ingram is having a great night so far, playing passionate offense and finding lots of quality looks.
All night. He just won't let up.
The Raptors have gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. Barnes against Towns. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
Boy, the defense tight inside, but Barnes just persevering.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
The fearlessness they've shown going strong inside has been impressive. The defense hasn't been very effective against them.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
Ingram, the pass to Gibson. And the shot is good. Drop it in off the front of the rim. Gibson's got 44.
Even if this game doesn't go their way, he has to be proud of his performance tonight.
Again! What an avalanche! And there it is, 82 points.
This is a game that he will never forget. I know I won't.
Outside Barnes. To the paint. Another shot. Gibson, no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Here's James. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Pass to Barnes. Now here's Gibson. Rebounded by Norris. Now here is James. The D's right on him. And there it is for him.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Toronto's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Here's Ingram. And it's New York with a rebound. James has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention. There's so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Here's James. Missed inside.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Pass to Gibson. Boom! He jams it straight down.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. James outside. Here's the 3. Drains the triple.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And for New York, they're shooting great so far, 52% in the fourth. From the arc. Rebound Toronto. Ingram's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Wallace. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram.
Boy, it looked like the D was going to get to that shot, but what a job he did to change his release and get the lay-in.
And he's easily led the way on the boards tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
Barnes against James. Towns outside. 4-3. The shot by James, no good. The Raptors shooting 40% from the field in this one. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Oh, the athleticism of Ingram. Exceptional at skying up for slams.
James with the ball. Watch by Wallace. Lets it go from deep. Oh, connects again.
90 points, a legendary performance.
We will be talking about this one for a long, long time.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Knicks.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And looking at their record after this victory, this will be their 37th of the year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Z.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
14 foul. Checking in for the Knicks, DeAndre Ayton. Irving.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the fourth. Gibson. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his 3rd personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for your Raptors.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
Hits both from the stripe. And so James will bring it up for New York. Takes it inside, and the bucket is good.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Well, they needed this run way earlier. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. For three, James fires in the triple.
This is unbelievable. He has over half the team's points right now.
Now here's Barnes. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. So long, everybody.